Welcome everyone. Welcome to another live scalping session. Gonna see what the market has in store for us. I've been rocking some gold buys. Not too much on GJ. We've been focusing on gold. Positions running as we speak. One was entered here. Second position, I have it on another chart. So right now we're going to dive into it to see what it is that we can get today. So hope you guys are ready. I am ready. Alright, so this is it. Let's see. Alright, so with we're gonna be doing some breakout. Gold just did a pretty hard push for this buy, bringing us up to this level. So we're waiting to see what's gonna happen at these levels. If we start breaking above, then we'll look to continue those buys. This is 20 pips, so yeah. So we're gonna have buy stops at 2015 703 for gold. So 2015 703, which is right here. So once we get to this level, then we're looking to take some buys on gold. This 2015 703. Alright guys, so our buys are active on gold. Let's go. Let me mark our 20 pip. That's 20 pip mark. And then we have 40 pip right here. And then, my bad. Alright, so that's what we're looking at on gold right now. Well, what the? Alright, so while we wait on that, let's see what's going on in the chats. Finally, I called the live session. It's good to have you again, Cristobal. I don't know, his thoughts on GJ. I was in buys and closed with a profit of 150 pips. Price is still pushing up. Yeah, so that was a good trade. You got a lot out of it. You got 150 pips. GJ is still pushing up, yes. So it is indeed a good one, but as for right now, I'd wait for some sort of pullback on that. So we're currently in on gold, approaching our 20 pip mark. So all right. While we wait, I'll just take a look at something else. Do you know your win rate? Win rate as it relates to the live sessions or the signals service? What exactly? All right, so you say signals. It's something I should calculate. I keep a track of my signals and the results from it that I share each week on Instagram, but I haven't tracked a percentage. But I do know is that it's a pretty high percentage. Let me see if I can just pull the sheet um, just to see what it looked like. Um, 300, 100, 100. Okay. So for last week, we took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Wow, that was a lot of trades. So we took 21 trades last week. Out of all 21, 6 trades hit stop loss, um, totaling negative 120 pips. But for the winners, we secured 1780 pips. So, I mean, if we're taking 20 trades and we're missing 6, then yeah, I'll do the percentage work. So that's 20 pip, guys. Put your stops at break even for a risk-free trade. And let's go and head towards 40 pips. I have take profits up here for my current running trades. So we can shoot for, it's not gonna be, so let's just go with 60 pip as the next target right here. So we can do 60 pip right there. Yeah, so that is it. I'd say I have a win rate of 80 something percent. Um, maybe even more, maybe a little less. All right, so if you can see this, this is the tracker that I use. So it shows, it varies. So these would be the losses here. On this side, these are the losses. And over on this side, um, these are the losses. So for each week, you realize that the wins really outweigh the losses. If you're gonna compare, even if you're comparing numbers, because this is the total amount of pips that was taken from stop loss, and this is what we gained based off take profits. Ones in the yellow is current pips for each month. So for the month of April, well, this is a new one. So we're having a pretty good week. Pretty good start to the month. 1660. This should be 1660. A new month, and we have running trades thus far. So you can see these are my results. So our wins always outshine the losses completely. Not even close. So yeah, thank you. All right, so that's what we're looking at. I don't really lose a lot of trades, and when I do, it's max of like 20 to 30 pips. Not more than that. All right, so for this one, let's just see what a fib would look like. Uh, Not bad. Not bad at all. So I guess we could get nearer to 180. Alright, we can push for 80 pips on this one. The signals are great, you know, always try to improve. What I've been doing is just focusing on less pairs. Um, as that also, you know, a lot of times I send a lot of pairs, a lot of trades, and a lot of persons say that it's confusing. Maybe they're getting too much. So I just cut it down and just focus on gold primarily and GJ. But I was really just waiting on gold primarily for this week. So that's why when I showed the chart earlier, you saw that it was mainly gold. Because based off of gold alone, right now, secured already in terms of take profit, then that's 650 pip plus you see it's still running, still going in profit. This was I think this was the last take profit here. Oh no, this wasn't. Well, it wouldn't have been here because it already got hit. But yeah, one was down there. Then this is another take profit. And this is one. So this take profit here that says 180 pip for second entry is this entry right here. The other one is from the entry that was way down here. this one. That's going. So we secured 300 pips on that entry already. Once we get to this point, then we'll be looking at 400 pip for that. All right. All right. So Kenny, I believe anything is possible, and with news, CPI tomorrow, then it is highly likely. His 2047 is right up here, but anything is likely. He said, do you think gold will hit the fib TP? You have a daily fib TP, and bring that from down here. Must be, if you said daily, let's see. Let's see. Uh, I'm not sure. You'd have to show me that fib that you're talking, cause on the daily, I think this would be the daily fib. A to be pulled back and then a continuation. This is the daily fib that I have working with. We said daily fib at 47, which is 47 is down here. Unless you drew it just a bit different. But I'm all for it. Yeah, I want to see it complete my fib. Also looking for it to tap into here to give me a double top based on the last high at the 2070 point. So I am waiting on all of that as well. What's the longest you hold a trade? I've held trades for a few days, I believe weeks. Yeah. Yeah, I held a gold sell for a few weeks. I believe it was maybe 2 to 3 weeks. Um, yeah, that was from this point up here back in March. I held it all the way down. Um, March, I think it was down here. Well, it was longer than a few weeks. I held it to this point, took partials, took it here, and then closed, re-entered the cell here, and held it from here, August 22nd to, I think this would have been the longest one, because this is just about a month to this point, somewhere down here. So I'd say a month. it was a small account, so wanted to grow that account. So I didn't really. I just entered the trade and decided to let it do its thing. Yeah. Alright, so for some reason my system is freezing. Do you see a major pullback before we hit your TP 2021? As I said, anything can happen. I'd have to see how price reacts to this zone that we marked off here. All right. All right. Hold on. Give me just a minute, guys. Let's see the questions. All right. So what's the longest? Okay, I answered that one. Do you see a major pullback before we hit your TP? Believe I answered that one as well. Waiting to see. I have this area marking off this minor fib. Um, Waiting to see how price reacts to this area that it's in, which is at the top of this fib, which is this high and this low. So waiting to see if we start breaking above, then that's it. But based on how these candles are being printed, I don't see a major pullback before we get to this take profit right here. That's less than 100 pip away. No, I don't see one. Um, let's see. How do you know that price is going to reverse instead of just pull back and vice versa? Well, you really just have to let price do the talking. Um, you can have you can have levels that you have based on either your zones or your fib levels. You can have to say that price is going to do a rejection from there, and if you have more than one confluences, then you can you can feel confident enough to take that trade. So that would be it. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about as it relates to this gold buy, because a lot of persons, even when I sent the signal for the buy limit, a lot of persons didn't take it because they didn't see it, or they didn't see why. Some persons did. One who took it are the ones who are benefiting from it now. So before I jump ahead, let me just answer your question and show you the example. So with this right here, this was a downtrend, right? Now, how did I know that price was gonna reject from here? Because my entry is here and it was a pending order. I had a buy limit um, that was set right here. Let me check the group to give you the exact number for the buy limit. Yeah, so it was the entry was at 1982.20. So 1982.20. Yeah, right where you're seeing it, right? Now, the reasoning for this is I had this trend line. This is a major trend line from the 4-hour time frame as well, right? Trend line being respected, and it was broken here and was never retested. So going down, I was using multiple fibs as structure was being formed. You can see that I had cells going all the way. However, I pulled the cells right at the top of this zone because I'm saying that it can reject from this zone. So for the cells, we're not going to hold it straight down onto this point. For these cells, that is the very first one. So I had fibs going all the way down. Each time a fib is complete, I just move right along. And then I had a minor fib. I'm trying to remember where it was. So it was, yeah, this one. So this was a fib that, because I got in on a sell here, as you can see, sent this trade in the signals chat as well. That's this sell right here. So we didn't have any drawdown because it was price just went straight into profit. It was while price was breaking down. Entered this sell, price hit negative 27, which is right here, right below the trend line. But I had the pending order pretty much right here, which was right on it. So based on the confluence, so I had this zone as well. It's on the 4-hour, it's the same, is the zone is there as well. And then so this zone was 1, my trend line was 2, my fib was 3, and something my students would know would have been number 4, which was the primary reason. So I was positive that gold would reject from here which it did. Price came down, just wicked, and went back up. This is the position that's still running that we have going all the way, going further than this. I have a take profit above here as well. So you can't just know by guessing. You know based off of structure. Again, this was a minor trend line on the 1 hour. I had it broken, had it retested, had this trend line here as well. Added confirmation for another buy, but at this point, I believe I was sleeping, so I didn't get to send the buy here. So we just waited on some formate candle formations here and then got in on the buys from that side. All right, so it all has to do with structure as to how you would know, is it just a pullback or is the trend changing? Just as how you saw where I was showing you just now how I knew. So even if you didn't get in on the retest here and you want to know, is this just a pullback or is it a change of trend? You realize that this was a higher, this was a lower high and then it made a lower low. Price broke above this zone to make a higher high, right? Then it made a higher low. So once price starts changing from making lower highs, right, to higher highs, then it means that a trend is changing, especially on the 1 hour and 4 hour. That's how you would know that the trend is changing, right? So those were the main points that was behind me entering these buys. All right. Next question. Let me see. Let me see. How do you know this price is okay? That's the one I just answered. Would you ever do a New York session live? Oh, sure. Definitely. I have no problem with that. I'm honestly just working on a new system to get that sorted and then to fit my schedule around New York. I plan on doing pre-New York. So that'd be like from maybe 6 Eastern to just about 8:30, 9, thereabout. So it's in the plan to do it. Yes. I had a case where price broke the structure and I was expecting a reversal, but it was just a pullback. It depends on the structure that it's breaking. What time frame are you on? Is it breaking minor structure? Is it breaking major structure? Yeah. On gold, the price just made a new low. Nah, there's no new low on gold. Nothing. It's all an uptrend. Alright, so this was a minor pullback as you see here. It respected this low, right? It went up, came back, retested, respected this area, and is currently pushing up. So we wouldn't look for sales on gold right now, not at all. Ideally, you'd have to get something to show me that it's going to sell. A break below this area maybe, but I'm not looking at that. And if it's gonna go for a sell, maybe it's to retest this area down here. But I'm not looking at that. Once I'm in a trade for a specific direction, I only look at that direction, only look at possibilities for scaling in on that direction. So just as how we got on the session and I said gold buys, yes, I took a buy here as well, just to continue. It's rare when I do it from time to time, but it's rare when I have price going in one direction and I send a counter trend. I will do it personally, but sometimes to um, send it, I don't really do that. right. Let me see what's up. So next question. Um, what time frame are you on? What did see that cause you to mark that previous buy? I believe I explained the buy already. I actually just did for gold. So maybe that was answered as well. This is a 5 minute time frame. All right. And any advice for passing a funded challenge? Join the signals group. Decide on taking signals for one specific pair and use that. There are a lot of persons in the group that use signals to pass funded accounts. I mean, yeah, that's one. I do um fundeds for others as well. I actually just passed another one for a client. Um, but yeah, you can do that. Or general advice is just to not overtrade. Treat the funded account as if it's a live account and the balance is your max daily loss. So if your max daily loss is $5,000, then just trade that account as if it's a $5,000 live account. That will make a world of difference and you will get there. Break down the target. If it is that you have 20K to make, try to break it down into bite sizes. How much is it that I need to make per day? If I'm gonna pass this within 5 days or within 10 days, try not to be too hard on yourself so that you over leverage. Set realistic expectations. That's it. A lot of times one trade can do it, but you'd have to be super precise with your entry, and that would normally require a large lot size. So you don't have to worry about that. Just take it step by step. If it takes you 2 weeks, you're still passing that funded account. You're still going to get funded. Don't be in a rush to pass it. Just take your time. Set your goals. Set your daily goals. Even if it's not a funded account, y'all should have daily goals. Y'all should have weekly goals that you're aiming at with your trades. And that will make everything so much more better. Um, Nollis, I'm waiting in the waiting room on Zoom. Zoom is open. I have no one. Oh, I just allowed you in. Yeah, I allowed you in earlier. I saw it late. Looks like gold will pull back a little. Christabel, if you're in, all right. So if price is pushing in any particular direction, do not look for a trade in the opposite direction. All right? Do not. If you're looking to get in on the trade, then wait for price to do a pullback, right? And then you get in, or wait on price action similar to this right here. Now, if you see this on the 30 minutes or the 1 hour time frame, then you can take the trade like this, right? Or if you have it like this one right here, where you see prices pushing up, it forms a resistance, and then the following candle starts breaking above on the 30 minutes or 1 hour time frame. But once price is trending, do not look for a pullback or say that you're going to jump in here because price is going to pull back. You wait for the pullback. If it pulls back, and then you gauge your entry based on the continuation of that trend. That's how you look at it. I'm sorry, it's more of a 4 hour fib, drawing from point April 3rd. Yeah, I think it's exactly where I drew that fib earlier. It was on the 4 hour as well. Um, both welcome. New York session would be great. Uh, you're welcome. Yeah, I'll do it one of these days. I'll let you know. I asked about New York because price moves fast, so seeing your mindset going in will help. Well, huh. Pre-New York, yes, because you have volume coming in at that time. However, the main reason why I like to do Asian is it gives you the push and it gives you the overall setup for the New York session. Especially with gold, a lot of persons think that gold don't really move during Asian session, and that's not true. But New York does have volume, especially pre-New York. NYSE open thereabouts. So it is something that I plan on doing. Um, yes. Right now, I can't commit to it right this minute because I have my son with me now. So when he's back in school after the break, then yes. But I think that I'll mainly do it like when we have upcoming news events like CPIs or like FOMC, those type of stuff. Um, I was going to do gold. Really, how can I find out pricing? I only have 27 more days and I'm negative. That's a lot of days to turn it around. Um, so for all right, let me get the for persons interested in signals or any other service, you can send me a message on Telegram. I just shared my username for Telegram. Just send me a message there or hit me up on Instagram at Nollis the Trader. So any of those get you in contact with me. Um, yeah. Hi Nollis, how are you doing? No, I read that wrong. Hi Nollis, I hope you are doing well. I just wanted to ask with fib, do you have a point reversal zone that you use to confirm reversal or continuation of price direction along with confluences? No, no, I don't. I just do it. I just draw the fib, wait for price to play out, and then I look at it and take it from there. All right. Let us see. Um, all right. Let's see. So, oh, we got 20 pips. All right. This can't be right. Come on, guys. Give me some likes on the stream. We already secured 20 pips on gold, and we're still running. Let's go. Let's see if we can get another 20, or we can go all the way. Let us see. Alright, one, congrats. I see you're growing in this Forex world. Yeah, man, thank you. It's it's what I really enjoy. You know, I really do like it. Love it actually. Love the idea of trading. Love the idea of being able to help others, you know, to give back by sharing my knowledge. So, really excited. We have a whole lot um, coming up, you know, where all of this is concerned. But looking towards bigger and better continued growth. If I could like 100 of that. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Christopher. It's good to have you. It's been a while. I haven't seen you on here. It's been a while. All right, let's go. Need price to continue pushing up. 30 minutes. 1 hour. 4. 4 hour zone. Oh, so that's what's happening. So we're at a 4 hour level. Coming from all the way over here. And that explains why price is doing what it's doing. Yeah, that explains why price is doing what it's doing. This is the zone right here. So you see price was selling, then it was this candle right here. These two candles created a resistance. Alright, close enough to the wick right here from the left. But primarily these two candles, and no, price is in this area. I was looking for the complete wick fill. Hasn't happened as yet. But I was wondering why price is behaving the way it's doing right now, and I just got my answer, which is this yellow line. I drew this at the top, so all of this is within that 4 hour, because the 4 hour candle made this little wick, and then the body is literally right here. So that explains what's happening. So it's a pretty crucial area that we're in right now. So ideally I'd like to see a push up and then a retest to continue going up. If not, we can get a little pullback on this one. So we'll wait to see what price has in store for us. Bally, you're a gem, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Hi, Bally. It's been a minute as well. It's great to have you here. You read the candles like a book, so impressive. Yeah, it you see when you look at it. So a lot of times what I do is I'll just look at trading view, not looking for a trade, but just pulling it up, looking to see where price rejects, where price changes a trend, and then what I do is I look into those candles to see, what are these candles looking like on each time frame, particularly 4 hour, 1 hour, sometimes 30 minutes. How are these candles forming? How are they closing? So at that time, if I'm able to say, okay, I have on here, you have candles closing with wicks, and then you realize that each time this happens, you get a reversal. And then automatically, once you see that, you're gonna be like, oh, I know what's gonna happen here. You might not pull the trigger right away, but then you just wait. But you're already familiar with all of that, so you're like, okay, this is what's going to happen, so let me just wait for it to happen, you know stuff like that. So it just takes a little practice, you seeing it a few times, and then it just becomes like, a part of you. It's the same thing on each time frame. So if you look for a specific type of pattern or a specific type of candle closures on the 1 hour or 4 hour, then it's the same thing if you go down to the 1 minute. As here we are on the 1 minute time frame, and you can see prices creating a zone. I only came on the 1 minute to see what price is doing as it relates to this pink trend line that we have here, to see if price give us any push away from it or what exactly was happening with it. So that's why I came to the 1 minute time frame just now. I know it's not a time frame that we normally look on. We're just giving you some insight as to why I did it just now. That was the reason. Yeah, so now we just wait to see what's up. Just see if price respects this zone as well as the trend line to push up or not. So practice is everything. Also, what to practice. Yeah, that's it. You just have to decide what it is that you're looking to make better with your trading. You know, if it is entries, for example, then you would actually look at your entries, see what it is that, you know, is it that I'm entering based off of just fear of missing out? Am I entering based off of a retest? Whatever it is you're doing, you know, just be true with yourself. And then once you see that, then you decide from there how it is. Because if you want to make it better, that's all you got to do. Look at whatever it is that you're doing, see how many times it works, in what situation does it work, what situation, you know, it doesn't work, and then you tweak it. That's pretty much it. It's not hard at all. It's not hard, you know. I had to learn it as well. And one thing for me was that I used to think way too much about the opinion of others or another trader, what they see, what I see. And I can remember one that hurt me the most is I had a funded account where I passed both phases on the account and I was in the funded zone. And I can remember clearly where at the time I wasn't 100% confident with what I was doing, but I believed in myself, believed in my setups. But you know, when you're there and you're getting trades in and you're like, oh, I think this person is better than me, so let me see what they have or what they're saying or whatnot. And I can remember clearly where there was gold was selling. So just as the entry I showed you guys earlier, gold was selling and I had it marked up for a rejection from that area to go into a buy. And when I checked with this person, they were saying, yo, gold sells. And I'm like, no, but it's going to buy. I was saying it, and they were like, no, it's all sells because of this, because of that. And I wasn't convinced on the sell, but then I allowed all of that to create doubt in my mind about the buy. So of course I didn't take the buy. Well, I took the buy and then I closed the buy. And then on a little pullback, you know, he was saying, yo, it's gonna sell again. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I trade, I'm a high risk trader, meaning I use large lot sizes. So I went in heavy on it, you know, to say, all right, this is it. After this trade, I just won't trade this account. I'll just wait on my payout. And that one trade killed me completely. And I was so pissed because I had the markup perfectly. Everything was in alignment. Everything was in alignment. And then I allowed someone to sway me in another direction. And I was like, I can't even blame that person. I have to just blame myself because I'm the one who sought the opinion and then I'm the one who listened. It's not wrong to listen or to get the input of others, but ultimately make your own decision. Even if you make a decision and it's wrong, make your own decision. You will learn from it and you'll become a better trader. So for me, no matter who it is, I could see my own mentor saying, sell gold now. If I believe it's a buy, I'm going to take that buy. If I lose, that's it. I don't care. If I win, I ain't gonna brag and say, ha ha ha. No, I just take it and be like, you see, it worked out, and continue just like that. So you really do have to practice and trust your gut. Even if you're in the signals group and I send a signal and you think that, nah, it's not gonna go, you don't have to take it. You know, you don't have to. You can just let it go. And then you wait to see, did it go your way or did it go my way? And then you can decide what you're gonna do the next time around. Because even for this gold buy, as I was saying, persons in the group did not take it. Because we were in cells, right? So, all right, let me bring it up. So we were in cells right here, right here. So we were in cells going down. Let me see if I can find the exact entry. All right, so it looks better here. All right, let me remove this fib. Make it clearer for you guys to see. All right, good. All right, so this was it. This was it. So we were in cells, right? Entered the cell as this candle started to break the low. All right. So we were in cells going all the way down, and before the cell reached to this point, I sent a buy limit. I think right when price started to break this low, right? I sent a buy limit. No, the final take profit. Oh, I ain't gonna tell no lie. Let me pull it up. Let me go back to my Telegram. Gold sell. Yeah. So the final take profit was the same as my buy limit. So the final take profit was 1982.20. All right. And 1982.20. Yeah. So let me mark it with this thing here. 82. Don't want to go on 20. All right, we'll just do 22. Doesn't matter. All right, so you guys can see this yellow line here. No, this was the take profit, right? And this was also the buy limit entry, right? And for this 19, I had a stop loss down here because I had this as a swing trade, right? And when you look at it, persons didn't take it because we were coming down in a sell and we were trending. The sell was pushing down hard. So right there, you see, it was over 150. I just stopped it at 150. 56, whatever. I just marked it at 150 pip for this. So right, but the point is, price was coming all the way down, and a lot of persons were looking for gold to just continue breaking down, and they would have had their reasons for it. I didn't have any, so I wasn't looking for that, right? But a lot of persons didn't take it based on the fact that we were in a downtrend, and everyone, or they thought that it would have been a trade that would have ended in a loss based on all of this, which I understand. So it's not a case where I was trading against the trend. It's a case of understanding what's happening in the market, understanding where price is, and anticipating the next move. Not guessing, but anticipating based on the confluences that I had, right? And that is the reason. So this was not even a 5 pip drawdown, literally. Because as you see this week, this it just activated, hit take profit one right away and went on and it's continued going. This trade right here, the last take profit that was hit was for 300 pip, right? 300 pips. It was somewhere here. No, that's too far, you dum dum. Wow, is it that far? Yeah. So 300 pips. So somewhere here, right? That was the last take profit, and then the next one is right up here for 400 pip. So I mean, if I had listened to anyone on this particular trade, I'm sure that I wouldn't be able to do this live stream tonight to how I'd be pissed, you know? So, as I was saying, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever you're good at, if it's just using zones to do your trades, don't get bothered by someone who uses trend lines, you know? Stick to what you understand. Not everything that I learned I use to this day. No. Does it all make sense? Yeah. But is it for me? No. And that's just how I go about it. You really have to just, you went to school, I'm sure you learned math with a specific formula, but for you to understand it and apply it to your day-to-day life, you have to do it some other way. I only understood math when my teacher started to use money, instead of one plus one. They say you have $1 and I gave you $1. How much do you have now? I'm like, I have $2. Well, not that simple, but that's how I learned math, when it was applied to something I can understand. So it's just like trading. Get the basics and then you just put it in a way that you understand. Because you may not understand it how I explain it. And even while I'm mentoring students, a very first call that we do, I go over their knowledge base, find out what it is that they know, what's the thought process like when it comes down to trading and all of that stuff. Because I want to know, and then I want to tailor whatever information I have to give to you in a manner that you can understand. Because it's not a one size fits all at all. Everyone is different, So, yeah, I kind of went off on a little rant there, but yeah. All right, let's see what's up with the chat. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, Nollis. It is so inspiring. You just said what I needed to hear to help my psychology. You're welcome. Uh, this live stream is amazing. How often do you do them? Thank you. I try to do them Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Yeah, same time. Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. You still doing affiliate? Yes, I am. Oh, you knew about that? Yeah, so I have that launched now. So for I have it for the signals and for mentorship as well. Let me see if I can send the link in the chat as well, so you guys can use it. Mm, all right. Need to put it in my description as well. So that's a link there, for you to sign up. So anyone can sign up if you're interested in the affiliate program. So what it is, you refer persons to the service or services that I offer using your affiliate link. For the well, you'd pretty much earn 20%. So if a person gets subscribed to the signal service, then it's 20% per month as long as those persons stay active. And if it's mentorship, it's just about the same, 20% thereabout works out. Yeah, it works out to 20%. It's $500 that you would get per successful referral, for mentorship. Yeah, that's it. So once you sign up, you have all the details there. I'll approve anyone that signs up after the call. So I just don't want to open any more tabs on this for it to freeze and cause our stream to end, because earlier I don't know what happened, and everything was kind of sort of moving too slow. So we're moving pretty good now, so I don't want to try and mess that up. No, it's not $500 for mentorship. If you refer someone for mentorship and they sign up, you earn $500. Yeah, so mentorship is for $3,000. You refer someone, you earn $500 per person that you refer. Yeah, I have a workshop that I'm working on though. It's gonna be a 3-day workshop. I did a psychology one the other day. That went pretty good. So that's $500, where it would be a 3 days service. So just as the psychology one that I did, it ran for 3 days, where we did everything psychology based: questions, answers, suggestions, you know, just laying it all out. So I'm working on one now where it's towards sharpening your skills for trading. So similar to mentorship, just that we won't go in details on everything. But it's gonna be a 3-day a 3-day workshop, all trading related, questions, answers. We do it live, teaching, because yes, I'm going to teach you guys, of course. So um main topics that I'm thinking of covering would be understanding structure, and entries. Entries are really key. So I have to go over entries. So it's a case where I would show you pretty much how I look to enter the market. So yeah, so beta risk management, entries is one of the main topics. Structure, identifying structure, how to use structure, and the price action. So I will I will be sending out a form. I believe most of you on here, or if you're not in my paid signals, you're in the free group. Alright, so in case you're not in the free group, I'm gonna send the link here so that you can join it, because the form, I'm going to share the form in the free group for persons interested. It's gonna be in the free group, and it's going to be in the paid signals group, because I normally gather information prior to, and then I'll send out a correspondence showing the dates and the time. It's normally over the weekend, starting on like a Saturday evening into Sunday to Monday. We normally look into an hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours per session. That gets a lot covered. Um, Questions and answers. You get to share charts to show your thought process, and we break it down and give you my insight as to what I think on your trades and all that good stuff. So that is something that I am currently putting together. Might have it as soon as next weekend, so the weekend of the 21st or the weekend of the 28th, well, 29th. Yeah, so the weekend of the 22nd or the weekend of the 29th. So that is good. That for the persons, I don't have anyone here that did the psychology workshop though, but I have received feedback based on how it went and how it worked and how it improved their trading and all that stuff. So we're gonna go and test this one out. Well, not test, because I know it's gonna work. It's me pouring knowledge. These live streams help you guys, and I'm not really, pouring out. I'm just blabbering most of the times and answering questions. So imagine we're doing it live where you don't have to text your questions or whatnot. We'll all be on a live call. That's something that's gonna be dope. Looking forward to hear what you guys have to say, hear the voices behind the text and the names, and wait for the testimonies as to, how it all benefited you. So that is something. If you think that's something that you would be interested in, then you can just drop a yes in the chat right now. Let me know. I'll just go from there, make a note of your name. So just let me know if it's something that you're interested in. Just drop a yes. So we got at least 2 persons. She said, count my yes 100 of times. It's a pity you can only be there once, you know. All right. Hello, Nollis. You find, I think that's I find myself having issues with getting stop out by a wick and price proceeds to go the direction I choose. How do you deal with that? Well, I mean, if most times when that happens is because you have one, your stop loss is too tight, or two, you entered too early. So it's one of those two. But if it happens, then all you have to do is give your trade a second chance. For example, let's say right here, um, I decided that I was going to enter, let's see, yeah, right here, right? Let's say I decided that I was going to enter right here and put my stop below my candle. Um, Hopefully I can make this clear so you can see it. All right, so hypothetically speaking, you entered on this candle right here, right? And you placed your stop loss at the bottom of this candle, which is right here. And then when you look at it, price came down. This week took you out, right? Now you have to analyze the trade. So you got to look at it and say, was this a case where I entered the wrong trade, meaning you entered the incorrect direction? In this case, it would have been no. But why is it that I entered and I got stopped out, right? Now, just looking at this, you'd say, all right, stop loss was 10 pip. My stop loss was, this stop loss was definitely too small, not in terms of the amount of pips, but based on structure. Because if you entered here, your stop loss should be below this last low, right? Which is just 16 pip. But let's say it was wider and you decided that you don't want to use that wide of a stop loss, then you run the risk of being stopped out. So then you'd have to either one, just wait, or if you got stopped out, you now look for the next best entry, right? So you got stopped out here and you saw that this candle came down, made a wick lower than this one, which took you out, right? And you're waiting to see. You realize price came back and it closed right here. So you decide that, okay, I'm gonna give my buy a second chance, right? So this candle opened and came down and create a bottom wick. Your second chance would be, okay, if this candle starts breaking the high of the previous candle, I'm going to enter for a buy, because that's exactly what I did here, right? So you have to look at it to say, why is it that you got stopped out, for one, and then two, is it possible for you to give your trade a second chance, right? Those are what you look on. Do not say that the market is going against you or the broker is hunting stop loss. Just own up to the fact that you either made a bad decision for entering the trade overall, or your entry was just bad, which can be better. That is it. So it happens. I've been wicked out before, but I know that it's a good trade, so I just re-entered the trade. That's it. Because if you entered a buy and you got wicked out here, and you entered again right here, you're actually getting a better entry for the buy. Because ideally your stop should have been below structure. If you're looking at the buy, then you put it below, not necessarily below a wick. Right? You can use a wick, but structure is better. It's best if you have price respecting structure, have your stop loss below. So that way, with your stop being down here, you care zero about what wants to happen here. Whether price wants to go up, come down, and do all of this, you don't care, right? You don't care because at the end of the day, it still did not reach your stop, which was right down here, right? Because you're playing key into structure. So you just gotta look into it, see why it is that you got stopped out, and then once you figure that out, then you try to see if it's a case where you can give your trade a second chance. And if you can, then you just go ahead to enter again. That's how I deal with that. All right, let's look into GJ cells. Let's risk. Let's take some risk. I checked this one late, but let's go. What the? We're gonna look at GJ cells right now. This is a late entry. We gotta pay attention to this area, which is at 10 pip. We gotta pay attention right there. But let's do some sells on GJ. Alright, let's see if we finally get there. So gold is already running. Let's see what we can get over this side of town. All right, back to the chat. Thank you so much. I have one more question. I have an issue with picking 1 to 2 pairs to trade for the day. How did you discipline yourself to just trading gold at first? All right, so at first, I started trading gold because you know gold move fast and it's volatile. It can make you a lot of money quickly. So I started trading gold, all for the wrong reasons. However, when I reached the point where I said, all right, it's gonna be just gold, it was really because, for one, a lot of persons were scared of gold, of trading gold. And I'm like, yo, why are you scared of a pair? You know? And then I was like, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to master this pair because I lost a lot of money on gold as well at that time. Primarily because I didn't take the time to understand the pair, didn't take the time to understand how it moved. Pretty much nothing I didn't understand. Alright, so I'm like, okay, how can I get to a point where I understand this pair? And then I realized that, especially how I was just getting into trading, it's better to just focus on one pair, any pair. Get an understanding of the market, get an understanding of how that pair moves, and then from there, you can go on to another one. So I just blocked out every other possible pairs and I decided that I'm going to be good at gold. Master it, whatever you want to put or want to say. But I decided that I want to be good at this. You know, I want to be able to, if there's a discussion about gold and I put my input, I want to be able to put an input where persons can look and say, "Yo, let's think about what he said because he understands gold or he understands trading," you know. So it had a lot to do with that as well. So I just blocked out everything and I just pulled up a chart, you know, mark some areas, watch how the candles were forming, how they were printing, reaction to news, all that stuff. And I just wait. I used to hate the 5 minute time frame because I did not understand it for the life of me, right? Actually, these live trading sessions is what caused me to actually trade on the 5 minutes. I have never done it before these live sessions. I have a friend that she's like so good on the 5 minutes and the 3 minutes time frame. And she used to walk me through trades and she'd be saying, yo, it's gonna do this when it reaches this point, and I'm like, whatever. All I know is that it's in a buy or it's in a sell based on the higher time frame, and that's it. I knew nothing else, and I was not interested in knowing anything else, you know. But then, if you truly want to master something, then you really have to take the initiative, and it can't just be a case where you can only trade on one specific time frame, you know, or anything of that sort. Snap, 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 snap. Hold on. Gold is moving. Sorry, let's go over and take a look. gotta look. Oh, it's not this one. Gold is pushing up. So we just secured 40 pips on gold. Guys, again, if you have not liked the stream, please go ahead and do so now. We're at 40 pips. Damn, this is beautiful. All right, so the next stop is 60 pip. Oh, I don't even want to say 60. We want to go for the entire 80 pips up here. But let's do 60 first. Let's do 60 first. 60 pip is at 2021.78. 60 pips is at 2021.78. Let's go. All right, so gold is good. All right, just a minute. Alrighty. So if you took a gold trade and you made some money, let's see some, I don't know, you can find dollar signs. Let's see some dollar signs in the chat. Or just comment money. Yeah, just comment money. If you're making some money on the stream, just comment money while I head back to the chats. I like reading y'all questions. Alright. Ah, there you go, money. Come on. I'm sure it's not just one person that took this trade. Next one. Oh, sorry. So naturally a difference. Let me know if I answered your question completely. I believe I did, but let me know. Cece says, I think my problem is finding my confirmations. I think I tried to learn so much that when I look at the chart, I don't know where to even start. Yeah. That's too much. All right. So, hold on, let me adjust this first and then I'll answer you. All right, so what you can do is this, right? So I categorize my setups, right? So I have A plus setups. These are setups that I'm super confident in, that I know for a fact is going to do what it's supposed to do. And that would be set up as the buy, the original buy entry for gold. That's an A plus setups. So I use 3 confirmations for my A plus setups, right? Other setups, like B setups, you have your confirmations. It might not be 3 or it might be a different mixture. So whatever your confirmations are, you need to identify it to say, okay, for example, I'm waiting on a break and a retest to enter on the buy, right? Keep it as simple as that. If you're waiting for the break and the retest, once you get the retest, just enter. Like it's as simple as that. So if it is the case where you have three confirmations that you're waiting on to enter your trades, right? Just take note. You can have it, you can write a note on your trading view listing out your confirmations that you're waiting on. And once it is that you get those confirmations, then you go ahead and you enter the trade. Don't try to complicate it. So again, if this was a fib level that you're saying, okay, it hit, you're waiting for it to hit a negative 27, which is right at this zone as well, which is now a retest as well. Once it hits there, I'm going in. If those are your confirmations, just enter. So make a note of your confirmations and stick to them. So if you're entering based off of two confirmations, stick to those two confirmations. Once they line up, you execute. Don't wait on anything else. Don't question yourself when it's time to execute. When it's time to go in your trade, don't question yourself because you would have already have your confirmations lined up to say, this is what I'm waiting on and this is what I'm waiting on. So the moment you see what you're waiting on, you just go ahead and hit that buy or hit that sell and take your trade. Just like that. See, I had the same problem. I've made a list of my confirmations and everything that I'm supposed to look for in the market as well as their meaning. I don't know if it is a good approach, but it worked. Yeah, that's pretty much like what I just explained. So it works, you know, it works. So you have to trust yourself, you have to trust your markup, you have to trust your instinct. If you mark up a trade and you say when it gets to this point, this is my entry, then there's no reason you shouldn't enter at that point. You understand? There is no reason. Because even if a market is trending, right? And that is your entry, that is your entry. So you just wait on it. You know, just as I showed you with this particular gold buy, and we will go to it again. Oh, it's not on this. Oh, yes, on this chart as well. All right. You see, so this was my area. This was TP, no, TP, negative 27 was right here, right below it. But the final TP was right here. I put my buy limit here and I said, once it gets to this point, I'm entering that trade. And I didn't want to use a market entry, market execution just in case, you know. I was like, okay, just set that buy limit. I was confident enough to say that, hey, once it gets here, it has to reverse, right? And I was done. It's like, it has to reverse. If it doesn't, then it just knocked me out. And that's a losing trade. I'll live to trade another day. You know, you cannot be scared to lose a trade. You just can't. If you're scared to lose a trade, you'll never win a trade. You know, the losses are what teaches you. You're not gonna just go around and compound your losses, no. But you can't be scared of losing a trade. If you mark it up and you say you're waiting on whatever confirmation you have you're waiting on, once you get your confirmations, just execute. Leave the market to do the rest. Just execute. Sounds like a confidence issue. Yes, definitely ties in with confidence as well. Yeah, stick to two. I mean, You don't need a lot of pairs. All right, so my watch list is this big because of signals, but I don't give signals on all of them each week. There are times when I'm just in euro pairs, like it's just euro or just AUD or whatever the case is. I'm just sticking to that. And then you have some times where I'm only trading gold and GJ, and that's what I'm sending in the signals. Only gold and GJ. So, you know, you better hop on. But you really only need, you might hear a lot of persons say, you only need one pair. If there is not a setup, then you wait, you know? And chances are there's always something that you can trade on a pair, even if it's consolidating. Unless it's consolidating on like the 5 minute time frame and all you're getting is this on the 5 minute, then that makes no sense. But even if it's consolidating, just leave it alone. Go find something to do with your time and come back. Look at it just like work. I mean, if today's a holiday at your workplace, what you gonna do? You gonna show up to work all dressed and ready to work? No, you take the day, you go find something to do. You rest, you read, you develop a hobby or you get into another hustle or whatever it is. That's how it is. So if there is no setup, man, you just wait. It doesn't hurt to wait, you know. I trade gold and I don't get in on every single move. Nope. But gold is my main pair. Well, the thing is, I'd rather wait than get 100 pip on a move or 200. And most of my moves on gold are like 200 pips upwards, because I'm fine with waiting for my moves, you know. And even with the signals, that's what I do. Most times you have in the signals is at least 150 pip for a final take profit because I'm not about to send a trade where you have 50 pip being the overall move. Like, nah, I'm not saying 50 pip is no pip, but for me, not on gold. You know, I'll rather wait until I see the setup where I can say, hey, let's grab 100 pip, 150 pip. Like this one, y'all can see we took 150 pip on the sell, and right now we're almost at 400 pip for the buy, and we have two buys running. And this one that we took on the live stream, that would have been three buys that's running. You know, all has to do with patience. I gave up on GJ, so I missed the buy on GJ because GJ was playing around for me, and I was annoyed. I got annoyed with it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna get frustrated because of this pair. I'm gonna just leave it alone, especially how it's not gold. It's not gold, so why should I allow it to give me a headache or a heartache or whatever ache? Nah, I'll take that from gold, or not from any other pair. You know, that's just me. So you just have to decide on whatever it is that's best for your trading and just go along with it. You know, it's not hard. You just gotta get out of your own way. A lot of us won't understand that saying until you're stuck in a corner, probably crying because you keep messing up and your life keeps flashing in front of you, showing you your bad choices, showing you what could have been had you been disciplined. You know, probably that's when we will learn. Who knows? But I always say it costs us less to learn from other person's mistakes than trying to make them on our own and learning from it. Because a lot of times we may not. recover from learning from our own mistakes, you know? Yeah, that is it. Push down a bit. I don't really listen. I don't really like GJ, but I traded. Caught a lot of pips on it. Been catching some, but I've been waiting for the buy, and I can proudly say that I missed the buy, and I'm fine with that, cause had this buy going from here, it was still running. Um, Different alerts. It's on a different chart as well. You can see it's a TP for 290 pip. Um, yeah, so we have different entries going, but for me, it was just playing around too much. And then right here, I missed this entry, and I was like, okay, fine, because that was the optimal entry for me, and I didn't get in. So I was a bit upset, but that's fine. So right now, my retest of this area or the trend line is fine and ideal. That was actually the ideal entry. Um, so let's see about the retest and see if it holds. So just as this now, this would have been something where you have double confirmation. Retest of this zone that was broken and the trend line bounce. So that's like having double confirmation in one spot. You know, it can still break out, but you know, this would be a good little setup. Yeah. Alright, so I'm entering another sell on GJ right here. You guys can do so at your own risk. Stop loss 166,500. Using that for both trades. So I'm adding an additional entry right here on GJ. Alright, so personally, I don't like what's happening on GJ. So I'm thinking about closing my position on GJ at negative just about, this is just a few pips. Thinking about closing here, yeah, 7 pips. I'm closing on GJ. Closing it early. This seems to be breaking above. So if anything, we're going to adapt to buys. But let's see. Yeah, we're adapting to buys on GJ. This is the last trade that we're gonna do. Alright, so this is 20 pip, but we're not using. Let it stay for now, but putting a stop below here. Alright, so we got 20 pip here. Spot on for the pip. Alright. Alright. Oh, what is gold doing down in these parts? Alright, so got our 40 pips there. It's heading back down. Um, I could go back into 2014-30. but I'm not really looking into that. Not looking at another trade. As I said, this is the last trade. This one here, the last one that we're taking for the night. Don't wanna get into over trading. Possible retest of that trend line. Yeah, I should just retest this trend line and continue going up. Follow this zone. Could be respected this zone. Either way, that's gonna be the last trade. So whether or not I choose to stick with the buys or choose to sell from here, not looking to take another position. All right, guys. So looking to end this one bit early, so we're keeping this trade idea alive. So buys on GJ. TP1 would be 166,616, TP2 166,818. Idea on sales possibilities, if we start breaking below here, then we can look for sales to tap back into this area at 166. Ideally, not really looking for that, but that's the possibility that we're looking into. Additionally, if we get to these levels, then we can also target the 167s, leaving a runner in profit on that one. As for gold, we're still holding the overall bias of buys. We didn't get taken out at break even just yet. Came back, retested this broken level here. That's was previous resistance on the 5 minutes, 15 minutes. This zone retested, should get a continuation going up. Ideally not interested in sells unless we fall below 2013 84. Looking for buys, we would continue up to drive into 2023 75 and above with our runners all the way. All right, so these are the updates. Really feeling a bit tired tonight, so I'm gonna call it an early night. We made some money on here, and we still have trades running. So let's just do what you gotta do. So thanks to everyone who joined, and hope you'll have a lovely rest of your night. If you're gonna be trading, just don't overtrade, and have a good rest of your night.